Well, good morning, everybody. Or
Good
I
morning.
know we have some. I think everybody's a little trying to get out of the cloudy weather. I think and wake up.
Yeah.
So
I'm awake.
we'll give it a few minutes here. We got some people still walking in. How's everybody doing this morning?
Great.
Awesome.
Great.
That's it. Guys, get your business card in real quick. We're going to, well, actually, you know what? We're going to call this one right now. So, there's the people that were here at 9. You were here. I seen you. I seen you. Yeah. I seen you. So, we got to honor the on-time drawing here.
Oh, wait. Oh, you pulled one already.
Yep. Audrey Garcia. She was here first, I think, so or she was close. So there you go, free Starbucks for you today. We'll put your card back in. I think Jennifer, has a drawing today. So come on, guys, come on. Let's get these seats filled up.
No, I didn't get the bling. But I bought some of this.
Awesome. Yeah, there you go. Mark's here. I mean, hey, if Mark's here, listen, if Mark's here, we're good. So that's all.
I just did the orientation for 2 days.
Awesome. How was it? Good? Awesome. All right. So, all right, well, let's get rolling here. In fact, I want to start off with, so Denise Gubler, one of our number ones here as well. So I want to throw just out to you guys, what are you guys seeing in the market right now? I'm going to talk a little bit about stats, but what's going on? Any changes? It's the same kind of
seller's market and no concessions being given. If it's priced right and clean, they're being snapped up.
gone. So still competitive.
Very.
So what price ranges are we seeing, that maybe it breaks, it frees up a little bit? Is there, or is anybody experiencing a certain price range where it's, 400's not as bad, or 450 or 350 or
The mills aren't moving.
What's that?
I know you don't want to hear that, Mark. The million, I guess the $1 million, they're not moving.
Dave, where are you seeing the threshold?
450.
About 450. It's kind of slows a little bit. Okay, yeah, it's about nothing really significant has changed. Anybody read anything that's going to be changed? I know the Fed's supposed to be playing with the rate a couple of times this year. I haven't seen any announcements recent. Anything else you guys have heard? Come on, share a little bit. Anything you've heard that may change the dynamics of our market besides the Raiders Stadium?
So you know what? I have two financial clients who are financial gurus, and they honestly, I guess they follow the LIBOR out of Europe.
Love it, yeah.
And they said we're going to have, they see a little bit of a downturn coming, but not until like next fall. They believe it to the point that I couldn't get their price on their home, so I'm doing short-term rentals, and in March we're going to put it back up. I hope they're wrong, but they just say it's going to start with the stock market, but a little bit of a dip, not like a huge crash like those. But just a little.
Okay. Well, you guys, there's a lot of different loan programs out there. If you guys haven't had the opportunity to, make sure you get with your lender. Make sure you use a great lender. I'm dealing with the transaction right now where it's it's kind of really has turned into a nightmare, and it's it's a larger lender that offers a lower rate. One Nevada, so offers a low rate. However, the customer service, I will tell you that is sometimes a huge difference because right now the agents pulling their hair out, buyers crying, and this and that. They just get and not to say it's all the lender, right? There's an underwriter and all that stuff, but it just without communication and that customer service, it can be very unsettling. So let's move on. We have Jennifer Weinberg with us here this morning. Thank you for breakfast. So she saved us on breakfast, so let's give her a huge thank you. So you guys know that you're not allowed to do business brokering here, so it's always good to have a resource, and I've been working with Jennifer for many, many years now, and she's kind of just been a referral for me, a business source to give to agents over the many years here. So thanks for coming out this morning.
No, thanks for having me. I just wanted exactly that. I just wanted to remind you guys I am a commercial agent. There's only a few of us that do businesses here in town, so I just want to make sure you guys know that you have a source that you can call that will take care of your clients. So basically, you guys are the person they're going to come to first. I mean, I don't know if there's new agents here or somebody who's been in the business a while. You are the referral source for everything. Your clients want to know where to go for Italian food. They need a plumber. They need this. They're going to call you guys first. So when you guys are going, even when you meet them for the first time and you're going through the process of maybe getting them with the lender, you're finding out what they do for a living. If they own a business, just kind of keep that in mind, or even mention to them, hey, you know what, by the way, if you ever want to sell your business, I do have a business broker that I can refer you to within our network. And that way, they'll call you instead of trying to go out and find someone randomly in Las Vegas. Most agents here in Las Vegas, they don't really help them out. They'll list it, they'll put it on a couple business websites, and then they just kind of wait for the phone to ring, where that's not the way I do business at all. I'm more of an aggressive agent. So if my phone's not ringing, I'm calling somebody, because in our world, you guys have the MLS, you guys all co-broke together. It doesn't matter what agent they call, you guys have one database. It doesn't work that way for us. So it's really how good the agent is to get the business sold, because it's not like, I had somebody ask me the other day, does ABC, I heard that ABC Salon is for sale, can you see how much it is for sale? No, because our business websites say confidential hair salon, so you don't know what it is, so until you call. But my commission structure is a little bit different, so the agents that do refer me business make pretty much probably more than you would on a house, just on a referral fee. My commission is 12%.
Now you guys are listening.
12%. And I always pay a 25% referral fee. I'm actually paying a Realty One agent out of Wally's office. They called me, they needed help with a lease and a business situation. And my commission's $50,000 on that, and she's getting 25% of that. And that's just one of like 4, and it was just a phone call that she made, just some lady that she was working with that she, doesn't know anything about commercial. All she does is make a phone call, and now I'll probably bring in about $200,000 on that deal, and she'll make 25% of that. So she's really, really happy about that.
Wow.
Is there minimum square footage before?
I'm very picky about what I'll take on. Square footage doesn't matter. It's actually the business and what they do. If they have 2 sets of books and records, I won't touch it, But, which a lot of businesses are cash, or they have the real books and the not so real books. Okay, I go off their tax returns, so just know that I make it a little difficult, not difficult on them in the beginning, but I'm not gonna take on something for my own insurance that I could possibly get into a lawsuit over. So I run full tax returns, P&Ls, balance sheets, and then I'll come to them and go, look, I've run a full evaluation on your business. This is what I think that you can get in the open market. Do you want to list it or not? And then they can make a decision at that point, and then we move forward.
Does the location matter to you?
I don't care about location, as long as they make money. But it could be anything. I'm not really picky. I've sold probably one of everything. And I don't know if any of you guys are commercial agents, but I get a lot of commercial agents also I work with all the time, because they'll maybe list the building, but they can't list the business. Or they'll list the house, but they can't list the group home inside the home.
We actually just did one of those.
Yeah.
What was it? No, not.
So I
it was
actually have,
Amila.
I have 2 agents right now that I have that situation where I have the business and they have the real estate. So if you guys need to pair up with somebody, or you need a good referral source, and even if after I leave today you don't remember my name, you just go to him and go, what was that girl's name that did the business thing, and he'll get you my name and number.
Hey, real quick, what do you say, and maybe you are, maybe you aren't, the marijuana thing is, I think, turned into somewhat of a big thing.
Yeah.
Is that in the business world or business broker world, or?
It's in the commercial world, those are, they're few and far between right now, because it's so new that people are still holding on, and there's only so many licenses that went out. Like, I get calls all the time, they go, can you help me get licensed? No, I can't. All the licenses are out in Clark County. You'll have to find someone that wants to sell. Well, no one's gonna sell now that went recreational. So just gear up. Here come the restaurants and the bus tours and everything else. So watch where watch what you're having for breakfast, because they're coming up. There's a new place that just popped up called Something Toasted, and it's right next to the dispensary. So
Oh yeah, I had breakfast here the other day.
yeah. But they're doing it. So our lives are about to change as far as what we know is, Las Vegas. We're gonna see restaurants, all kinds of stuff popping up.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's terrific.
So I do have some Starbucks cards if I'm gonna do a drawing, but again, thank you guys for letting me come, and if you need anything at all, I'm just a phone call away.
Well, you breakfast and Starbucks card. I mean, you guys.
The way I roll.
Just show up for that alone, right?
Anybody miss out or?
Anybody didn't get their card in there?
I wanna get my card right there.
I think there's some people that didn't get their card, but you know, Starbucks is not a big deal anymore, right?
Actually,
Wines are still.
we'll let you pick, so I'm not
Awesome.
responsible. Three times.
Ah, Cynthia.
Thank you.
We get 3 of them, all right? Wow. Oksana! Woo! Give the card back here.
Pass this
I don't know
with
if
the card.
you want the cards.
Yeah. I'll take it.
Pass the card
Give
back.
the card. Give the card back here. Let Jennifer have the card.
Oksana, your business card.
That's me.
Oh, Sally! Woo! Sorry, this side of the room.
Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Thanks so much. Again, yeah, absolutely.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah. Just a resource for you folks, so you know your clients don't say, "Hey, I'm thinking about a business." You're like, "Oh, I can't help you," and then they move on and possibly end up doing their residential real estate with another agent as well.
Yeah, just
So
be careful, because the real estate division will take your, I think they'll pull your licenses for doing any kind of business.
oh yeah, yeah.
You have to have a-
It's just
I
like
have to have
it's
a-
just like property management, okay?
Yeah,
So
exactly like
yeah.
that.
So, all right, so let me go over a couple of things. So the commerce tax. Woohoo! You guys didn't get excited when I said that. Does anybody know what the commerce tax is? No? Okay. So Nicole emailed everybody out the form. Okay. So Nicole emailed everybody out the form. And so the challenge with the commerce tax, what's the challenge? What's the challenge with filling this form out? And the form itself is real simple. It says basically, and Nicole emailed it out. Let's see if I can pull it up here. But it says, I declare that the gross revenue from engaging in business in Nevada of the above business entity did not exceed $4 million during the taxable year. So that's pretty much what, well, maybe not Denise, but no, I'm just everybody's pretty much going to mark that box, right? You guys, you're going to mark that box, and you don't have to fill out any of the rest of the form. Okay, you just have to sign it down below, okay? The problem is, the challenge is, who knows their tax ID number? No, it's not. No, it's not. It's not your social security number. It's not your EIN number. It's none of those. You got it when you signed up for your tax for your business. You actually had to fill out a form, and it gave you a tax ID number or a Nevada business ID number. So, actually, I have an example. I must have left it on my desk. Yeah, I have an example for you guys. I have mine. Okay, if you guys had your Nevada business ID number, you can use that as well. So your Nevada business ID was on your certificate from the Secretary of State when you set up you got your state business license. Right? Does everybody kind of know what I'm talking about? When you set up your business license, because you have to have a state business license. When you did that, it gave you a Nevada ID number. That Nevada ID number can be used on this form as well. So it's one or the other. It says tax ID number or Nevada business ID number. Okay? For me, the easier one, I had both because I saved mine, from when I set up my LLC and stuff. So I had both of mine. However, the easier one really to find was that Nevada. I think for most people is going to be the Nevada business ID number. Okay. Any questions on that? I'll have Nicole send out.
Is that the same as the sales tax form, or is that different than commerce?
This is the taxation form, so it's the Nevada of Commerce tax
So we filled
return.
that out before, though. Is that the sales tax? Last year.
I believe last year. Yeah, I believe it was the same one last year. The sales tax.
So
Yep.
do they send that to us, or do we have to get that form on our own?
You should have got a notification. Everybody should have got a notification, but Nicole sent the form out to everybody.
Well, we have a notification that we have to apply by a certain date, but there's no form.
Nicole sent everybody the form out. Nicole emailed everybody the form.
I didn't get it.
Okay, so if you guys didn't get it, I had her make extra copies up front.
Okay.
So you guys just stop by and grab one. I had her make extra because I told her, I said, after I say this in the meeting, everybody's gonna, hey Nicole, where's the format? Okay, so we didn't hand them out. Just if you guys need one, if you guys have one and you have it completed, we don't need to burn extra trees. File it, get it done by, I believe, by August 14th, right? And then you're done.
So what's the taxable year on this one, Damon? I know it was June 30th of the previous year to July 1st, but this is 2017, that was 2015. So where are our dates coming in that they want on this form?
Doesn't matter, we're under that amount.
Well, I know, but it says for the taxable year.
Yeah, for the taxable year through, I believe, I want to say it's June to July, so I want to say,
But are we going back?
or July to June.
It's
Like
June
2016
30th
or
of one.
2017?
Well, no, 2016, so
Okay.
go from June, taxable year, June 2016
It's gonna be
to
after July 1st.
2007, yeah, exactly. Okay, so it'd be,
June 30th, 2016, July 1st.
so August through the end of July here, okay, so it'd be at the end of July, okay, so at the end of July, last year, I believe, through July here.
Well, it tells you on that thing, June 30th through July 1st or something of the previous year or something like that, whatever the dates are, but I just wanted to make sure it was for back to 2016.
Let me just
It
see.
just doesn't tell you.
Oh, yeah, so July 1st, so beginning on July 1st, and ending on June 30th, okay? So your years are beginning July 1st, ending on June 30th. Isn't that exciting stuff? Like, oh my God. So, no, that's the little stuff. And it's funny, Peggy emailed this out, Peggy, our education director, and I was like, this is really a nightmare for agents because you guys, you're like, we don't, we have a real estate license, state business license, county license, whatever, and then they send something like this out, and you're like, we don't even deal with this stuff. You guys don't sell, you're not resell, you're not selling billable goods, okay? So with that said, if you guys have questions, there is a phone number. So let me give you the phone number, right? So the call center, if you guys want now, I'm not going to tell you it's going to be easy to get through, okay? But the call center's number is 866-962-3707. So the call center is 866-962-3707. So, get the form first, go through it, see if you can find your Nevada ID number or your tax ID number, fill it out, submit it, send it in, and then again did you guys have an address that went out?
No, just fine with it.
Let me make sure. We will. We'll make sure we get. We'll dig in and get a little bit more information as far as address and stuff like that. Okay, it's one of those things that you're like. There's no information on it. You got to dig in to get the information on it. Unfortunately, so even the stuff that Peggy sent me was like. I even talked to her and I'm like, well, and she doesn't have any idea. It's like, so where do I send it? I don't know. How do I get my tax ID number? When you filed, I don't know where you can get it now. You guys might have got a little yellow card in the mail. Right for it? Huh?
I didn't get one.
Did anybody get one?
Not this year.
No?
Can
Okay.
we do this online now? Because last year we can do it.
You can do it online as long as you have your numbers. Okay, so you can go on to the taxation, Nevada Department of Taxation, hit Commerce Tax and do it online if you have your numbers. The challenge is if you don't have your numbers. Okay, so we'll get another email out to you guys on that. We'll dig in a little bit deeper to make sure that you guys have the information on, just because it's a one of those things that's a time waster. Really, it's a time waster. So to be honest, but because it doesn't really apply to us, we don't sell billable goods, so or taxable goods, I should say. So let's talk about stats briefly, and then we'll jump into what we're here for today, which is I'm going to show you a couple of the new tools that we're launching. And you guys want to just keep your eye on. We've been going through some gentle train the trainers. I don't have it mastered yet, but we're working on. The goal is to get us educated on some of this stuff. before we launch it to you guys so we can answer questions and help you guys out. But let's briefly just go through some stats so you guys are kind of clear on what's going on in the market right now, and then we'll go from there. Anybody know how many homes are on the market right now today, this morning, single family residential? What's that?
3,000?
No, not 3. If it's 3, we're really in trouble. But that's less than we list every month. But
6,000?
a little under.
5,000.
It's about 50, just under 5,500. So it's about 5,495. So right around 5,500. Great job there, and good guess. And how about townhomes and condos?
1,500.
What's that?
500.
No, a little bit more, less. About 700, okay? So just under 700, about 697 condos, townhomes. So we're still tight, right? I mean, inventory is still tight. We've been dipping around the 5,000 to 6,000 mark for quite some time now, and that's has kind of been the sweet spot for, you know, an aggressive market, a seller's market. It'd be nice to get up towards, you know, 10,000 or even more. But you know, we'll have to see how the dynamics of the market, you know, change over the next 6 months to a year, based on all the interest rate might be one of those key factors that would change, right? The amount of buyers that can come into the market, and may help our inventory. It's not going to help buyers that are, you know, in the lower end, but it's going to definitely might bump our inventory up a little bit, okay? With all the buzz with the, you know, Oakland or Las Vegas Raiders and the new what is it, the Knights coming, all that stuff. It's just a lot of buzz, you know, in Las Vegas right now, and so I think that's definitely going to be a factor in buyers coming and purchasing homes. Have you guys seen any? I mean, you guys are hearing on the street, or no, or people talking about it, clients talking about it? They saying anything, or no? Yes.
I have,
Raiders, great.
yeah, I have clients that are fairly close to where the Raiders
Stadium's going to go.
stadium, and they were thinking about selling. Now they're not.
There you go. So that could definitely be a factor. So let's just look at a couple of stats. Our median price now is over $250,000. That's pretty crazy, considering that, you know, just a short while ago, maybe a year ago, we were like at $219,000. Okay, so we've had some significant gains. That's 2.9% from May and 9.5% from June. So that's almost a 10% increase year over year. Okay, that's pretty in our median price. So in condos, townhomes, it's 128. That's down from May, but up 11% from June, from last year. So over a 10% increase in the median for condos and townhomes. So why is that number important? Well, you guys should kind of know the year-over-year gain, right? So right now, you know, for the median price, we've had a 10%, basically single-family residential, we've had a 10% increase. Good conversation for your sellers and also for your buyers, right? To keep them abreast of where the market's at. You know, if you have a buyer right now that's saying, hey, prices are going to drop, you know, maybe they're reading some of the stuff that Denise said maybe 18 months from now, but right now today, it's, listen, we've been gaining every month, you know, pretty much on the median price. All right, so the GLVR, so 5174 at the end of June. Okay, so we have about 300 more single families on the market today than we did a month ago, basically. Okay, end of July, which is good, and we'd hope, you know, based on, you know, the sales volume, that would hopefully continue to trickle. But again, we've been on a kind of a roller coaster ride with that, right? So that's down 27% from a year ago. Our inventory, right? So that's huge. That's significant, and we're down. We're up 1.4% on condos, townhomes, but down over 50% in inventory in condos and townhomes from a year ago. Okay, a lot of people are picking up condos and townhomes for the investors, right? For especially like I don't know if you guys have seen a bump and increase around where the stadium's supposed to be built, but yeah, I've heard the buzz for the most part. They would want to get something local or close by, right? So we are outpacing. I don't have the exact numbers. I'll do next week or in 2 weeks. I'll have the better numbers as far as I have a little month-to-month graph to kind of show how we're outpacing last year. But right now we still are outpacing 2016 even though with low inventory, we're still outpacing the sales volume of 2016, which is impressive. So 38,577 properties were sold during 2015, and so 41,720 were sold in 2016. So we're actually outpacing that number right now. We'll see how the rest of the year falls out, but you know, with the way we're going right now, we might end up with somewhere around 45,000 homes sold this year. Okay, give or take. So So who can guess without looking at the numbers how many short sales were last month? 3.4%, very low. So you guys say, hey, you know, let me focus my energy on distressed sellers. Probably, it's like saying, let me go focus on high rises. Okay, I mean, you probably have a better chance with high rises, but you only sell 600 or so high rises a year. Anyways, bank owned, so that's down. It's continued to decline from 4.4% in June of 2016, and 2.9% were bank owned. So bank owned properties are really, you know, short sales and bank owned homes are not where it's at as far as if I'm going to, you know, really look at increasing my inventory or focus on a certain niche market. It's not going to be there. Now you do have your investors and stuff that are still picking these properties up, short sales, but it's a small portion of our market.
So in that regard, I hear from a lot of the people, especially like the ones that we talk about, you know, putting their house on the market, that they're saying, well, the banks are holding on to all the properties.
That's a farce.
Yeah.
That's a farce. I mean, they're really, if you guys look at the, and we've had people out to talk about that. Brian Gordon with Applied Analysis came out, Sales Track, and there's no inventory. There's no bank-owned inventory. That farce of there's all this shadow inventory. The bank-owned inventory, I think, was down below even I think it was less than 1,000 that the banks even own on title in our market. Okay, that's not even a factor to even consider really when you're dealing with that. So the cash right now we're at let me see, 83% of all existing local homes and 87% were sold within 60 days. Now that's an increase. We've always really recently been in about the 78, 79%. Right now we're at 83% of homes are sold within 60 days. That's a big number. Okay, that's pretty impressive. And then of course 74% of local homes, 71% of local condos. So that's what it was a year ago. Right? So we're selling homes faster. And let me see here. Did I miss the cash? Maybe I did. Yeah. So 27.2% of local properties sold in June were purchased with cash. That's up slightly from 27%. So cash has teetered around a little bit, but it's down a lot from the 59% that we had, back, way back, a year or two ago, 2 years ago. All right. Any questions with that? So here's another look at this. You guys can kind of compare month to month. I know I'm probably blocking you guys over here, but so here's a kind of a snapshot look of through June of where our market landed. Let me bump it up one more time so you guys can kind of see where we're at. So that's the inventory we have through the end of June. I just told you it's 54.95 right now today, but you're basically looking at the sales changes from 2017 and June 2016, right? So 3927 of new listings. That's always right. So not a big change in new listings. That's another key factor. There's not a change of new listings. We're always right around the 35 to 4,000 mark. It's been like that for quite some time. In a lower month, what would be a lower month? When would be a lower month? December. So right in December, January, even a little bit in November, we still had significant sales, but our new listings were, I think they were at the very low threes, high twos. So a very slow month as far as new listings because people were enjoying the holidays and stuff. So number of units sold. So again, not a big difference from May. So we're selling. So this is why our inventory is so tight. We listed in June 3927, but we sold 3584. So we're almost selling. If your property's priced right, we're almost turning as much as being listed on the market right now, okay? Which is pretty significant as well. And then here's your breakdown of 0 to 30 days. We're almost at 70% of homes being sold within 30 days. That's a big number, Okay, and then 14.8% in 31 to 60 days. So any questions on this? Great stuff, eh? If you guys wanted to know where the activity is, I always like to share this with you. This kind of tells you where the sales are happening. North Las Vegas is on fire. They're almost at 400 units sold in June, okay? Which is, you know, it's pretty much doubling almost every other market North Las Vegas is right now. Okay, so if you guys,
resales or combination?
these are all this is all resale data, okay? It's all resale data. Actually, if you guys look at, I was looking at some new home stats. I didn't pull it up here, but actually North Las Vegas for new homes is actually on the lower. It's actually one of the lowest producing communities. However, resale, it's the highest producing community, okay? So be aware of that. There's not a lot of new homes going in versus, you know, your Summerlin, Green Valley, Southwest was up on the top of that list as well for new homes, okay? So Northwest, so this is where your activity's at. So if you wanted to see, you know, if you wanted to get out into the market and see, kind of wanted to look for an area that's kind of hopping and buzzing and there's, you know, things happening, and those are, or some of those areas you want to research, you know, given, you know, your demographic or geographic area that you want to, you know, focus on, okay? So Henderson 606, 605, the 505, the 505s are always pretty good. So if you look at the 502, 503, 504, 505, that's a pretty good little niche, okay, on the south over here, southwest. And then you have, of course, your northwest, north and northwest. So 102, 362 on north, and then your 405, which is 287. That's where Providence is at, and all the stuff on the west side of the 95.
606 is like Henderson.
That's Anthem. So Anthem, Henderson, you got it. So it's up on the hill, right? So any questions here? It's good data for you guys. If you guys like the charts, to send to a client or something, send them the graph. But if they want to see kind of comparison on their analytical or something like that, you can send them graphs to show. This always kind of helps when you can get a look at those stats there were month to month. This actually goes back, so you can get a good look at, you know, going back to 2012, right, and what's kind of happened in our market for the available end of period. So you can see we've declined from 2012 on a steady pace for the most part. And then, of course, number of new listings, that's, you know, up and down. And so you can go through these graphs and kind of look single family residential versus condo townhome. Condo townhome seems much more steady, right? The line versus the single family residential. So median price of units sold, it's a good little graph to show right here from all the way back to February of 2012. So if you wanted more data, okay? So hey, the market's going down. Which graph are you looking at? Right? So it's been a steady pace, guys, okay? So from 2012, right? So anyways, you guys if you guys like, I'll send these out to you guys, okay? You guys can get all this stuff on GLVAR. I know you're busy and stuff, but I like to share this. And sometimes I'll do one that's a little bit more detailed, and I'll share Realty One Group. The last couple of times I shared Realty One Group stats because we usually outpace the market. Last time I think I shared we were at a 19% increase year to year, and GLVAR was at 8%. So that's a good number. I'll bring that next month. I'll share those with you as well, okay? So let's jump into your one login. All right, has everybody seen this? Maybe? Heck no? Or what is that? Am I in the right place? Is anybody asking that question? So, thanks, Jennifer. With that said, you guys have some different resources coming at your fingertips here that you really want to leverage, you really want to get involved in. Let me start with a couple of the first ones before I jump into this Moxie works. You have the Move Easy. So Move Easy, I don't have all the details on this stuff yet. These are coming soon. These are going to be on your one dashboard, right? So if you guys don't go to your one dashboard, these will be coming soon, free moving. So what this is, from going through this and looking at it, it's a platform where homeowners can go and pretty much get everything that they need to move. And it's called Move Easy, and it has a checklist right here. So a personalized move checklist. You guys want me to stand over here so it's not fair to that side, right? UPS mail forwarding, updated driver's license, switching utilities, connecting TV and internet, finding movers, shipping automobiles, reserving self-storage, exclusive moving deals, and other services. So this is where your client, you're going to be able to offer this to your client to be able to go on and facilitate their move, okay? This is going to be, obviously, we don't own Move Easy, but it's going to be branded to Realty One Group, so it's going to make you look like a true professional.
So is that gonna be with the platform that we have like on our phone, when we share it, they're gonna have it, or that's gonna be?
The
app,
platform on your,
or-
this will be a separate, this is not part of the app. If you're talking about the app,
Yeah.
that's a home search app. This is separate.
Okay.
Okay, this is, and again, I don't have all the details yet, as far as, if it looks like there's mobile, right? So you'd be able to, get your clients, share with your client for them to get it on their mobile and go from there, okay? The other one is going to be, so you guys can review these, go to moveeasy.com and just check it out, right? And kind of see, get a feel for it. There'll be information coming out more, in the future. We're really working on the MoxieWorks right now. That's our priority for you guys, the CRM, Client Relationship Manager. So here's your paperless open house. So this will help streamline your open houses. You're going to be able to log people in electronic, on your iPad if you guys would like to. And it's going to do, so it's lead capture streamlined. What's that?
That's awesome.
Yeah, you've used it? You have another, I think there's other,
and I do
okay.
everything on my
Yeah,
iPad.
I have
So-
Open House Pro.
Yeah, Open House Pro, I think so this one's lead capture, streamlined, real-time reporting, best of class integrations and cross platforms. So again, you can go through and read through and kind of see what this thing is all about and what they offer. Agents, brokers, you guys click on these links and it'll kind of give you a little bit of information on these, or go to learn more. And so replace clipboards, unreadable handwriting. Once you capture the information, it allows you to communicate, automatically send follow-up emails right after your open house. Okay, so
Is there a
good.
fee for that?
What's that?
Is there a fee for that?
No, this is all going to be launched to you by the company. Okay, this is all part of our program. Some of this stuff was announced at the One Summit, right? And some of it was, I think, maybe not announced, but it was already on the books to launch. Okay. And so let's talk about Moxie Engage. So this will be your guys. Let me go to the client dashboard. So this is actually coming very soon, like within the next week or two. We're going through Train the Trainer right now, doing webinars and things of that nature to kind of have an understanding ourselves. I can't say they still fully have an understanding. I kind of understand the flow and process. I'll tell you one thing that really impressed me on this is the reports section, which we'll dive in a little bit right now and just kind of do an overview. You guys actually will literally be able to replace your listing presentations. It's already in here. It's already been uploaded. Your entire listing presentation, you can add, you can remove, you can actually incorporate the CMA right into it. I was pretty impressed with it, okay? The report section of it. It will have a geographical market update for your clients as well that you can set them up on if you'd like to. That would be one additional tool for you. Is it a little cold in here?
No.
No? Okay. I see. Boy over there is freezing to death. So,
How do you get the listing presentation on?
let's dive into it and kind of look and see. So here we can. Let me do this real quick. I'm going to do a tour. And so it'll keep your calendar. So this syncs. Who uses Google? Okay. This will sync. This took about 5 minutes. And I hit sync, and all 1,200 people in my Google came over into this. And then you just get to select who you want to do what with. Okay. So if you guys aren't using Google or you don't have your database anywhere right now, you can either start loading it into Google, okay, or if they're already there, if you're emailing them, they should probably already be there, or you can wait till this comes out and then plug people in here, okay? So calendar, we're just going to do a quick overview. You guys will be able to do the same thing when you get it. So the sales flow. So you're going to be able to take a lead, a client, and you're going to be able to put it in marketing, prospects, activity, actives, and pending. So this will take you through an entire lead process to a closing, okay, as well, which is pretty really nice. Goals. So this actual track, for those of you guys that, oh yeah, I don't want to look and see. This thing, it has a what do you want to call it? What's the word I want to use? Algorithm, basically. So when you put in what your goal is, that you want to earn in the year, and you put in your contacts, it's going to tell you how many contacts you have to make to get your goal. Okay, so it'll tell you, it'll have a red dot if you're not tracking, it'll have a green dot if you're tracking your sales. So it is a great follow-up for you guys to say, hey, am I tracking? So remember that GCI goal asked you to enter earlier. Keep track of your goals and keep metrics that will help you meet those goals. So it has some goal setting as well. And of course your people as well. Your people are beating your the heart. So this is really focused on your database. Okay, this platform. That doesn't mean you can't take a new lead and put it in there. That's part of your database, but it's a tool to help nurture your database, to do more business by referral. Who would like to do that, right? To do more business by referral, stay in touch with people, and help people or facilitate their needs throughout the process. All right, so here's your navigation. So here's your people, and I'm just going to tab through a couple of these real quick. So right now I've uploaded mine into uncategorized, and then I go in and start categorizing them. Okay, so it's going to have your people in there, and as you click on people, it's going to tell you, what you have to do, or what the different opportunities are. So it's going to ask you if it's a client or a non-client, right? So a non-client would be like a vendor or something like that. And so when you click on this, it's going to ask you personal, collaborator, or remove from engage. Remove from engage means that you're basically removing them from your database, but they will not leave your email platform. You can always bring them back in if you want. But this is something that you don't need to, I don't want to look at this or it's a delete, but I'm not going to fully delete them. Maybe I touch base with them later on and I get engaged with them again. So on the personal collaborator, like vendors and things of that nature that you can do as well. These are not sales. These would be non-clients, okay, like vendors and stuff, right? And then you'd be able to put them in here. If you want to set up an activity or whatever for them, you can. Go back to results. And so there's going to have some different tools for your database. Let's see. And let's go and put him in and say, so let's say he's a client, and now it's going to ask buyer, seller, or not ready to buy or sell. So once you click on that, it's going to start now. If you select buyer, it'll start taking you through this prospect, this situation. This has plans already built. It has follow-up plans already built into it. So if you put somebody in here, you can follow. It'll tell you what to do to follow up. You can, of course, change these. You can add tasks in here, so you can actually build your own follow-up for people as well. And so schedule meeting, conduct a meeting, buyer's presentation, which has all that stuff inside of it. And so create a buyer's presentation. We'll have that there for you guys. You can create a buyer's presentation. Let's go back and let's go and click on somebody, right? And we'll say client, seller, and move to active zone, prospects. Let's go and create a listing packet. Or that's the checklist. Here's the presentation. Pre-listing inventory, create seller's presentation. So we click on this, and then what it does is going to load it up. So then it's going to bring in your listing presentation, right? And you can start going through and creating your listing presentation, right? You're going to put in the information. Let me see if it'll allow me to continue. So let's go to the presentation. So this will go take you through a process of subject, property, search, listings. You're going to do your CMA right in here. This is all linked to the MLS. So you can do your CMA right in here, okay? And then when you go to your presentation, you can do your estimate, your net sheet. And so in here, it's going to go into your presentation. And let me see, view, print, let's view presentation. I've never even used this stuff, guys. It's the first time really I've played around with this. So it's pretty easy though, right? I mean, it's not like, I haven't really,
Damon,
yes.
how do we get to this again? It'll be in one dashboard and then click on which icon. How do we get to this?
Oh, you guys can't get to this. I mean, this is for me. I'm kidding. It'll be through one dashboard. Just joking.
And then what do you push after one dashboard?
Engage.
Moxie.
Yeah, so here's your presentation already in here. Okay, so you guys, this will have your CMA and everything right in, I mean, it's a pretty sweet program. It's pretty impressive. And then you can save this as a PDF, of course. You can print it out if you want, share it as graphs. Now the great thing about this is I'm showing you a presentation, but when you build this, you can remove slides and add slides. So let's say that some of the stuff I shared with you guys, right, like our market share and all that stuff, last month, you guys can actually save it as a PDF, or we already sent it out to you, but if you have that in your file, you can actually add that in here and create, have it part of your presentation. If you do something special, right, who does something special on their listings? They have their own slides. Or do you guys, so you have your own slide, perfect. So, Genevieve, so if you wanted to, you could put that slide in here and have it as part of your presentation. So you can go through this thing. Hey, I don't like this slide. Whatever you guys want to create in here, okay? So it's going to go through the entire, process of that presentation we have, and then when you're done with it, it'll have your CMA and everything else in there, property summary and all that. We didn't add that stuff, but it'll have it all in there. So this is actually a really significant part of the process. So when you want to go in and start creating a CMA view, or let me see here. Let me see if I can get back to, without spending a bunch of time here. Any questions so far? I'll go back through how you guys get on here. Okay, welcome to Proxy. Visualize and be more compact and points, so it just gives you a little announcement. But this is where you can go and, you see sample, so edit, I think. And you should be able to go through, and I was there last night, I'm not sure, pages. Oh, so right here, under pages, so I'm in the edit portion, under pages, now I can remove, right, so a little drop down here, I can remove or I can add a page. That's where you guys can modify your presentation, so pretty slick program. All right, what else? Let's see here, engage, go back, and this comes with the website. Okay, so you're gonna have a full website with this as well. I don't know, let me see if, let's go to the website. I just did this last night real quick, and major website, track, edit. Let's go here. There'll be more training, so I just want to give you guys we've been talking about it, right, the CRM, so I want to give you guys a preview of, bottom line is, it's here. So let's go and visit the site. So you have a visit site up there. And so this will be your website that you guys will have to, you can, I believe the photos and stuff can be changed to your choosing in the edit features, but featured properties, search for homes, and you can go in and edit this website, right? So you can go back and do some things to it that you'd, admin home, this is where you can go in and edit this stuff. So personalize your site style, personalize your home page, customize your default search area, search links, menu links, night navigation, property list, client testimonials, social media links, and all that good stuff will be linked to this, okay? You guys don't look real excited. What do you think? Are you guys is anybody using the website right now? Not really? Okay, so this is a good solution for you. We've been talking about this for kind of a while, and we launched that Blue Roof 360 a while back, and just wasn't as user-friendly, I think, as we had hoped.
Is it free?
This is free. Yeah, this is free to you guys. So this will be coming in the next week or two, and is all part of our program. Okay, so you have your calendar here as well. Let me go back to agent view. And what did I want to show you? One last thing. Oh, let's go to my people. Let's see if I can choose something real quick. I'll show you one more thing, and then we'll let you folks get on to your day here. So I'll just use Alexandria. her again. She's already been put in there. And now I can, let me see here. So activity over here, I can do, actually I can create a activity for her. I can actually do a report. So where did I go before? So see these right here? So I can do a neighborhood news or a listing announcement. So if again, if a buyer and I want to send them listings, right, I can do that. If it was a seller or a homeowner, I can actually go in and create this, which is a neighborhood activity report for them that they can get on a monthly basis, okay, to be in front of them on a monthly basis. You know, we've heard of the market snapshot from Top Producer. This would replace that, okay, the market snapshot. This would be where they could go in and see what's going on in their neighborhood. I believe it is zip code based, I think it's zip code based, so you have to put a zip code, it's zip code based, not subdivision based. Let me see, any other questions? Here's your goals. So if you go into your goals, it'll ask you again for your information, and it'll actually keep track of what's going on in your business on a regular basis, so you can kind of see where you're at, okay, based on your income goal, based on how many people are in your database. Any questions, folks, on that? Start checking out, go to Spacio and Move Easy. You can start looking at those. I don't even know exactly the date that those are going to be launched, but the website, the CRM and website should be coming within the next week or two. All right, so let me see, anything else? We do have a school drive going on. If you guys, July 10th to August 10th, so we have about 10, 12, 13 more days left. If you guys have any extra supplies to bring in, pencils, binders, things of that nature for the school, we always go out every year, beginning of the year, we go and support a school to help the teachers, basically. We go in and with boxes of stuff to help the teachers, because we know teachers a lot of times they have to go and take money out of their pocket to buy supplies for their students. So we like to help that out. John F. Miller School is the school that we're going to be helping right now, and it's a disabled and medically fragile students, okay? So right now, I think they said needed items, paper towels and diaper wipes. However, I would imagine that they need other school supplies as well. Okay, so that's that. And then other than that, folks, I think that's all let me talk real quick about, compliance. I wanted to wrap up. We have about 6 minutes left. Bear with me. There's a Matrix update coming. You guys are getting the message when you log on to Matrix, right? The 7.0. The main change in that, in Matrix, is going to be you're going to be able to get text alerts now. When your client goes on to their portal and either looks at properties or makes notes on properties, you guys will get text alerts. So you're going to be able to go in, set up your phone number and everything on Matrix, put your phone number in there, and now it's going to text you alerts when your client makes notes on a property or remarks on a property, things of that nature, okay? Let me see, what else? There's a change listing agreement. I talked about that last week, September 1st. There will be a new listing agreement coming out. Make sure you keep aware of that. I went over the changes. You guys need me to go over the changes again? I'll probably do another class come as we get closer to September 1st. We have through August. I'll do a class in August for you guys. Nothing real significant, but there are a couple of key changes in there that you guys should at least be aware of. Purchase agreement has been changed, right? Everybody's aware of that? What's the change? Don't make me pick on you ladies over here. Don't make me pick on you ladies over here. What's the change on the purchase agreement? I'm kidding. What's that? So there's a change in the purchase agreement. What was it?
Electronic delivery.
Electronic delivery of what? The CIC, right? So if your buyer gets the CIC packet and they don't agree, before it said, this was changed at the, it's a statute now. Before they had to hand deliver or mail before the midnight of the 5th calendar day. Now you can email. The only thing I'd recommend again is get a read receipt or delivery receipt, so you can say, hey, it was delivered, okay, via email, okay, the cancellation, right? That doesn't mean that you email a cancellation in email. That means you get an addendum, right, and you cancel. Buyer hereby cancels due to the contents in the CIC package or whatever on an addendum, and you send that via email. Okay? So we still do want it in writing, signed by the client to be valid. Okay? Copy and compliance on emails to touch. So a couple of compliance things is we do have a third reviewer reviewing files, so we are working diligently on getting caught up. Okay, so you guys will see this name Wendy. Probably right now she's been a reviewer. So just if you guys have questions or concerns, they're working off the checklist. We're narrowing the things down to what we require. I had one issue where they were requiring the buyer's agent receipt of earnest money, for the seller, for the listing agent. Well, the only time we require that is if we actually take a check from the buyer. That's what that form was created for. So just little, maybe little things like that. So just reach out. Don't let it frustrate you. That's what I'm here for. Compliance is here. If you can't get a hold of them, then shoot me a message or give me a call. They're working there. We've worked on trying to enhance our customer service and pick up the phone. They're busy. I'm not gonna. I won't make excuses. They're busy trying to get your closings, get your checks cut, and all that stuff. So we're working on making sure that we answer the phone as diligently as we can, or get back to people as diligently as can. So leave a message for them if anything. Okay, but you can always reach out to me, and we'll do our best to get the answer solved right then. Okay. If you guys are using the TC service, right, transaction coordination service, please hesitate from or do not copy them in all the emails. That's one of the things that can bog down our system, is if we're emailing the agent, right, and we're CCing Michael and Sherry in the email. They're not part of the transaction. They don't need to know all the ins and outs of the transaction as you go through. All they need is the document that's required for the transaction, right? That's the only thing they're going to request. They don't need to be CC'd on emails to title. Okay, unless it's something specific like a commission instructions or something that that you're sending and you want them to to be aware. But as far as we're our signing date's going to be Thursday at 2 o'clock. They're okay, great. That's just one more email I got to now filter through, right, to get to the important stuff, the document that Marina sent to me to upload or whatever, right? So don't do that, and let us know. We'd like feedback on anything that we can do to help better as well, to streamline our systems. Again, but the main thing is that we are working diligently on getting caught up. It's been a challenge. I'm a transparent individual. It's been with the new system and the reviewing and stuff. It's been hey, I uploaded a document. It's 2 weeks have gone by. Where the heck is it at? And I don't know, good or bad or whatever. It's just kind of and wait, and then then we get the closing package, and then we're reviewing the file, and hey, we need this or that. Listen, I don't like that either, and that's not our standard. Okay, I just want to be very clear with you. That's not our standard. There's been many conversations, many meetings, many beating your head against the walls and all that stuff, but we were working on it. Okay, we will get there, and I truly am a firm believer that there's nobody in this company right now that is not doing everything they can to get to that other side with SkySlope. We just use SkySlope a little differently. A lot of companies use SkySlope. We use it a little differently in the fact that we leverage our compliance departments. And with that said, we are working diligently with SkySlope to streamline that process as well, to make sure that when you guys upload a document for my signature, it gets signed within 24 hours, right? So I told you guys this before, though. This is the offering that I gave you guys. Send me your documents directly, right? Send them directly to me, and I'll sign it and get it in. That's my commitment that there's no time where you should have a listing agreement out there for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and we're waiting for the broker's signature on it. You want to get a copy to your client fully completed. So that there's always a fix. There's always a solution. I'm a solution-based individual, so as long as there's a will, there's a way. Okay, so. You guys have an amazing week. Anything I can do for you? Anything I can answer real quick? We're at the 10:01 mark. Anything at all? No? So I've answered all your questions today. Awesome. You guys have a great week. I appreciate it. And keep smiling. Go make some people happy and close some transactions. Right? That's what we do.
So why don't you on Monday? On Monday, I'll give you a call.
You know, honestly, let me check and see where we're at as far as on the back thing. I'm just hesitant now.
Yeah.
Because, you know, the other agent or any of that stuff because of, you know, the plat, you know, where we're at, so.
Yeah, because we came in with the RPA, they needed to do addendum.